All right, I'm Skip Ewing.
Welcome, Skip. Thanks for chatting with us today. We're here at CRS. What does CRS mean to you?
You know, events like this with CRS, it helps everyone connect. Like radio is all spread out over the U.S., and it's changing. And I think it's good for the artists and press and radio, but I actually think it's the press gets to meet one another and spend time with one another. And radio, the program directors and people who know each other but don't have very much actual time together, they get that time. So you can see it as a really busy, crazy time for press and everything. But also I think it's a little bit of old home week for some of the people who do this all year. So I enjoy that. I enjoy hearing the stories.
Right on. Well, you're a seasoned veteran now. So how do you think the industry has changed in past couple decades?
How the industry has changed? Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, obviously technology has changed so much the industry hadn't changed. But I should tell you when you asked me that question, I wrote hits, many hits and had many records recorded by major artists, and got to a place where I needed to do something for myself because I had fallen in love with horses. This is connected, so but falling in love with horses to learn how to be as good a horseman as I could be because of what I learned about myself, and and I felt there was an opportunity to grow spiritually, just to mature as the kind of person I wanted to be, walking around on the planet, shooting around the sun, right? Well, so that's caused me to. I sold everything in Nashville and said, I'm just going to go and find out about this. And I took about 8 years, and I was working horses. Had started working horses long before that, but did it full time for 8 years. And then I ended up in Wyoming, and then I brought my guitar back out, played some, and the rest is now history in a good way. It's now taken off, and I've got songs that are going to be on the radio, and other songs being recorded by Lainey Wilson and Ernest, and just it's amazing. Uh, that to say, there was a time where I wasn't really in the industry and was just kind of seeing what was happening with the industry. Well, now I've got, I come back and see what the differences are. And I think some of it's really good, and I think some of it is really challenging, and maybe not necessarily something that serves the music industry. Uh, and I think everyone is learning that all the time. Like, you'll learn something new today. How do we do that differently? So yeah, I can't say it's all good and I can't say it's all bad, that's for sure. Yeah.
I would agree with that for sure. Well, you do have new music coming out. You just released a song cover with an artist I used to know, May Estes.
Yeah.
One.
Oh, May is just such a sweetheart. She really is. And on the Dragonfly album, which is the one we're still working on, that comes out in the fall, but we've released 3 songs on it so far. And one of those is Stronger Where You're Broken. That I asked May to come and sing on that, and I'm delighted that she did. She's just got a great voice, a really good spirit, and I'm hoping she just skyrockets.
And you mentioned a duet with Lainey Wilson here as well. Is that correct?
Well, Lainey Wilson and Ernest did a duet on a song I wrote called "What If I Could." So that song has been on the charts. This past year was on the charts almost a year. It really just stayed and stayed and stayed. And so now we're finding that a lot of people know that song. But that's what I mean. I wrote it, I wrote it before I took that break back a while ago, and then just kind of they discovered it, and Ernest discovered it, and so I guess there's been 3 versions of it now: Lainey's version, Ernest's version, and the one they did together.
Well, how do you think you've evolved as an artist throughout the years?
Reader's Digest condensed version. I made a record when I first started, and this is at the end of I guess 1989. I come to Nashville right out of high school, got a publishing offer, and then got a record deal. And so I made the first record. I felt very good about it. As we went into the second record, I really wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. In fact, I played many of the hits that I later had, songs like Love Me that Colin Ray cut. My record company didn't want me to do that song. They thought it was terrible. And yet it's nominated ACM Song of the Year, et cetera, right? So I didn't really get to be the artist I wanted to be then. But if I'm true to myself, I don't know if certainly wasn't capable of being the artist then that I can be now. So coming back this time, I'm specifically doing that as an artist. I haven't been co-writing. All the things I've been writing have been, just me by myself for these records, and I'm surprised at how well it's doing. I'm so thankful for the opportunities I'm being given, and so as an artist, I think I approach almost all of it differently, but I think differently in a more positive way, in a more understanding way, in a more accepting way, and sometimes. But I also have the greatest team I've ever had. I mean, I really am surrounded by incredible people who love what I do, and that's what more can I wish for?
Well, I wish you the best of luck with this new chapter of yours.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for sitting down and chatting with us
Yeah,
at
it's my
CRS
pleasure.
during your